Speaker, my question is for the Minister of Communications and Information Technology. What progress has the government made on the rural broadband initiative?
Mr. Speaker, I am pleased to announce that today the government has commenced the tender process for the $300 million rural broadband initiative, which will boost internet connectivity and growth in rural areas. It is unacceptable in the 21st century that around half of rural households are still coping up with dial-up speeds. The calls for expression of interest released today will assist the prioritisation of regions, development of minimum open access requirements and service levels ahead of the RFP stage beginning in a few months' time.
John Hayes.
Mr. Speaker, what improvements will rural communities see in their broadband connection as a result of the government's initiative?
The Honourable Stephen Joyce.
Mr. Speaker, rural communities, businesses and schools will see a significant improvement over the next 6 years. 93% of rural schools will receive fibre, enabling speeds of at least 100 megabits per second, with the remaining to get speeds of at least 10 megabits per second. Over 80% of rural households will have access to broadband with speeds of at least 5 megabits per second, with the remainder to achieve speeds of at least 1 megabits per second. This will allow people to access content and use online services at meaningful speeds currently enjoyed by their urban counterparts.
Claire Curran.
Supplementary, Mr. Speaker. How does he respond to claims by rural organisations that rural broadband is the poor cousin of urban broadband, given a just-released KPMG report which notes that only 1.6% of the new money the government initially proposed to put into broadband and fibre networks was targeted towards the 13.8% of the population that live in rural communities, approximately 585,000 people, that between them grow, process and export 66% of New Zealand's merchandise exports.
The Honourable Stephen Joyce.
Mr. Speaker, I'm not sure how the member gets to a number of that percentage level, with $300 million subsidies for rural areas versus $1.35 billion investment in urban areas, but I'd make the following points. The different approaches of the urban and rural initiatives reflect the differing population densities of those communities and the different economics of supply. Therefore, the urban investment is an investment versus grants for the rural areas. The urban program will take longer, and the urban and rural networks, thanks to the previous government, are starting from different points. Many rural households, unfortunately, are still struggling on dial-up. So this is an important step forward in developing rural broadband, which was sadly neglected for a very long time under the previous government.
Is it a point of order? Point of order, Claire Curran.
Mr. Speaker, I seek leave to table KPMG report Agribusiness Agenda, the big opportunities and challenges facing New Zealand agriculture.
Leave is sought to table that document. Is there any objection? There is no objection. Question number 5.